As a quick announcement, the Sweet Softies merch shop is now open. There are gifts for crocheters, crafters, yarn addicts, mamas, and more. It's all designed by yours truly. Here's a sneak peek at some of the apparel in my shop. I have hoodies, tees, and more designs and pieces coming. I also have different items for crocheters like water bottles, caps, zipper tote bags, and canvas pouches. The link to my shop is in the description box below. Thank you. Today we're going to crochet these adorable little no-sew ducks. You're going to crochet them all in one piece without any sewing needed. What's really lovely is that you can use a variety of different yarn colors to make different types of ducks. If you would like to add on wings, you can, but without wings, your ducky would look quite cute as well. So that's up to you. And you can even experiment with different yarn weights and thicknesses to create different sizes. If you'd like to support me as a pattern designer, I also have the PDF pattern available for download. It includes photo references and it's printable and easy to read. Thanks so much in advance for supporting me. Let's take a look at the materials we need. For materials, you are going to need some yarn. I'm using Hobby's Honey Bunny yarn. This is a super bulky weight number 6 yarn, and it's very plush and velvety. With that, I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. You will also need a pair of scissors, some fiberfill stuffing, and plastic safety eyes. For this duck here of this size with the velvet yarn, I use 9mm eyes. You are welcome to use other types of yarn. For example, you can also use cotton yarn that provides better stitch definition if you'd like. I used fingering weight yarn here, so you can see that a thinner yarn produces a much smaller ducky. And with the small ducky, I used 6mm eyes. All right, so let's get started. To begin round 1, you are going to start off with 2 chains. So here I am making my slip knot to begin my chain. 1 chain, 2 chains. In the second chain from the hook, which is the very first chain you made, you're going to insert 8 single crochets. So that's 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 single crochets. Now you're going to increase in the next round. So in each of these 8 single crochets, you are going to insert 2 above. Let's increase around. I'll demonstrate a few. So in that first stitch, you're going to insert 2 single crochets. That's 1, 2. In the next stitch, you're going to increase again, inserting 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and all the way around. After you increase all the way around, you can go ahead and add a stitch marker if you want. I'm just going to do that to keep track of my rounds a little better. And then you're going to single crochet and increase around. So in that first stitch, just single crochet. In the next stitch, increase. I'm putting 2 single crochets in the same stitch there. And we're repeating that around, so single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, and repeat around. This will give you a total of 24 stitches at the end. After round 3 is done, you're going to do rounds 4, and rounds 4 is going to just be single crochet around, so no increasing or decreasing at all. Simply insert a single crochet in each stitch. We're going to repeat round 4 all the way up till round 7. So for these next few rounds, simply single crochet around, and we'll meet back for round number 8. Here I have round 7 of the head complete. As you can see, it's more of a bowl shape now because we've been repeating the rounds straight up. Now, if you have not flipped your amigurumi inside out yet, you can do so at this point because you'll see that the wrong side is out here, the right side's here. So I'm going to flip it. Now I've got the right side, my beautiful right side stitches facing out. And for this next round, you are going to simply decrease around for round 8. So you could do the regular decreases if you want, but I'm going to demonstrate the invisible decrease because 1, I think it looks better, and 2, it's like a little more discreet, not as noticeable, and 2, because it uses a little bit less yarn. So it's a yarn saving technique. So to do an invisible decrease, you're just going to insert your hook into the front loop of the next stitch, insert your hook into the front loop of the following stitch as well. So I've got the next 2 stitches here, yarn over, pull through both loops, and now that you have 2 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through both. That's an invisible decrease. So we're going to decrease all the way around. So in the next 2 stitches, I'm going through just the front loops, yarn over, pull through those front loops, and single crochet like normal. Going through those 2 front loops, pull through, single crochet. And as you decrease around, you're going to go from 24 stitches down to 12. So we'll meet back at the end of the round when we finish with the decreases. After decreasing all the way around, your next step is to increase all the way around. So we're going now from 12 stitches to 24. That means in the next stitch, you're going to put 2 single crochets. That's the first increase. And then in the next one, increase again with 2 single crochets. Increase again, and all the way around. Alright, just finished round number 9 with all the increases around. For round 10, this is when your stitch marker will be pretty handy again. We're going to just get that first stitch marked, or the beginning of the round marked. And for this round, you're going to single crochet 22 and then increase in the last 2 stitches. So here I'm going to single crochet around 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. And after you do single crochet 22, again, you're going to increase in those last 2 stitches. Increase, 2 stitches in one, and increase again. 2 single crochets above the same stitch. All right, that's that for round 22. And for the next few rounds, I won't actually demonstrate it on video because it's the same. You just want to follow the count here. So for the next round, you're going to single crochet 23 around, increase in the next 2 stitches, and single crochet in the last stitch. After that, you're going to single crochet 24 around, increase twice, single crochet 2 in the last 2 stitches. For round 13, you're going to single crochet 25, increase 2, and then single crochet 3. And round 14 is simply single crocheting all the way around. So we're going to meet back at the end of round 14, and that will also be when we work on adding the beak to the head and adding the eyes. So we'll meet back at that point. Meanwhile, here are these instructions for you to follow. Here I have round 14 complete. As you can see, your duck will have this nice curve to the back now, and we are going to go ahead and begin to work the beak and attach the eyes after. You'll see that I have yarn sticking out here. I was just marking my place and I'm going to explain it. When you crochet the beak, you're going to make sure it's at the front of the face. And to do that, the easiest way would be to fold your duck in half to see where the point of the tail would be. And the starting part of the row is actually, or the round, excuse me, is actually not at the very back of the tail because we were doing the increases there. So you're going to want to actually fold your piece flat to find where the curve of the tail is. That will help you flatten the face and find where the front of the face is. And I'm going to attach the beak between rounds 5 and 6. So counting from the top, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's 6. You're going to be working on those stitches right in between round 5 and round 6. So once you have found the front of your duck, you can use a yarn scrap to kind of mark where you want it to go. The beak is going to take up 4 stitches of space. So here I've counted 1, 2, 3, and 4 stitches. To begin, you're going to go ahead and insert your hook under the first stitch, and you're going to have your duck facing up, so don't hold it upside down, just have it facing up. And attach your yarn. I'm using orange for the beak, so I'm going to pull the orange yarn through. After you attach the yarn, you're going to make a chain. Then you're going to single crochet into the next stitch here. So you see I'm inserting my hook underneath between round 5 and round 6, just going into the next stitch. Make a single crochet in the next stitch as well, and then make a slip stitch in the following one. So here, just a slip stitch. After you do that, it creates a nice little ridge for the beak. You can pull your yarn scrap out so that it's easier to look at your beak if you'd like. There's two rows for the beak. So for the next row, you're just going to turn your piece and you're going to skip the first stitch, which is the slip stitch that you made. In the next one, which is a single crochet, you're going to single crochet on top. Oops. Then you're going to single crochet above the next single crochet as well. Then you're going to slip stitch in the last stitch. And the last one is kind of it's that chain you made. So you're just gonna slip stitch there. And then what you'll do is have a long yarn tail. You're gonna fasten off and pull in the ends. So let's see that here. Fastened off. And I just pull it straight through the beginning here. And pull that beginning yarn tail in too. You don't want that hanging out. That's gonna look real funky. Okay. If you want to knot the ends inside of your piece, that would make them extra secure. So I'm just gonna knot them here. Make sure they don't come undone. Okay. And there you have it. Little beak for your duck is made. After you do the beak, it's time to insert the plastic safety eyes. I'm using 9mm eyes, and you can go ahead and just count 2 stitches to the side of the beak. So 1, 2, and that would be a good spot to put them in. I'm also putting it between round 5 and round 6. Of course, you are welcome to put your duck's eyes wherever you feel fit, like 1 round above. You could put them even closer, or you could put them farther away. So it's really up to you, but if you want to follow my directions exactly, I have them in the same round in just 2 stitches apart. So here, counting to the side, 1, 2, I'll just stick the next eye over there and fasten the, oops, hold on. 1, 2, okay. And fasten up the backing. After you crochet the beak and add the eyes, we can go ahead and continue with the duck's body. We're now going to work on round 15, and for round 15, we're going to begin decreasing. So for the first part of round 15, we're going to do a single crochet decrease, repeating that twice. So let's do that. Here's a single crochet, and here's a decrease. I'm doing the invisible decrease. Repeating that again, so single crochet and decrease. And then for this next part, you're going to single crochet 10. So here's what it'll look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And for this next part, you're going to decrease and then single crochet, repeating that 3 times. So here's my first repetition. I'm going to decrease and single crochet. Repeat that again, decrease and single crochet, and repeat that one more time, decrease and single crochet. After you do that, you're going to do 2 decreases, a single crochet, and then a decrease to finish off. So here I'm going to decrease and then decrease again, single crochet, and decrease in the last 2 stitches. That concludes round 15. After you do round 15, you'll notice that your duck is starting to curve inwards now. We're going to finish up the duck pretty soon with a couple last decrease rounds. So you'll want to stuff the head well, and you're going to stuff the body in a bit. Continue stuffing before you close it up at the very end. All right. For round number 16, you're going to single crochet and decrease all the way around. Let's do that. Single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, and you get the drift. By the way, I like that some of you have commented that I show my mistakes on video. I don't do that intentionally. I make mistakes all the time, and I kind of just, it happens so much that I kind of don't even think about editing it out. So whenever I see comments about that, I laugh to myself because I'm like, oh, right, messed up there a ton of times again. But yeah, definitely, thanks for noticing that. I feel like I'm a very imperfect crocheter, and I am totally comfortable with the whole world knowing that. So I hope you aren't too hard on yourself, because it's totally fine to make mistakes. Okay, so there is my round number 16, and this is the next round is going to be all decreases. So at this point, it would be good to kind of stuff your amigurumi. You can go ahead and add fiber fill stuffing. Oops, sorry for that eraser bit. That looked really unpleasant. I'm going to just... Hi everyone, I'm incredibly sorry about the lapse in video here, but I realized at the very end that my camera had stopped recording, so I missed the last couple rounds on video. But if you have made it this far, you should be able to follow the instructions just fine, because it's a regular repetition of just single crocheting and decreasing for round 16 and decreasing all around for round 17 to finish. Just make sure you are stuffing your duck before you finish all the way. And when you are done with that, you can add some optional wings to your duck. All right, so let me go ahead and show you how to do the wings. The wings will occur between round 10 and round 11 of the pattern. So counting down, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So right between 10 and 11 is where the wings would go. It's going to take 4 stitches of space. So I'm gonna actually start over here. Let's see, if I start here, that's the first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. And I'm gonna start from the back of the wing and move up to the front. So for this, I'm going to just pull yarn through, and then I'm going to chain 2, insert a double crochet in the same stitch, insert a double crochet into the next stitch. So here I'm going into the next stitch over. Insert a double crochet into the next stitch. Oops. I'm so sorry, I skipped a stitch there. No wonder I had a gap. Okay, There we go, that's the right one. And then a double crochet in the last stitch. Once you've done that, you'll notice you have 4 double crochets sticking out from the side of your duck. That's round 1 of the wings. Next, you're going to make a chain. You're going to turn your piece, skip the first stitch, and single crochet into the next one. Then single crochet into the next stitch, and slip stitch into the very last stitch. Once you have done that, you will be able to finish your wing by fastening off with a long tail. Take that long tail and simply weave it through. You're going to pull it back into the body of the duck to hide it. And you'll want to also hide the starting yarn tail that you made. You'll notice I'm not sewing at all when I'm weaving in the yarn tails. I'm pretty much just pulling the yarn ends through. All right, so that's that for a wing. And after you've got, excuse me, sorry for all the little velvety scraps there. So after you have that wing finished, you will repeat the instructions on the other side. Also work between rounds 10 and rounds 11. And you're going to start from the other side. You're going to make 2 chains, double crochet 4 across, turn, skip the first stitch, single crochet twice, and then slip stitch. So just repeat the exact same instructions on the other side, and you will have 2 wings. Thanks so much for crocheting this duck with me. I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy project. Please give my video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more content. Happy crocheting! Bye friends!